Ladies, if he's not offering to pay for your manicure pedicure, really, what is he doing with that money?
Trading the stock market with Uncle Charles. Bah! Guys, we gotta talk about what happened today. We have been spoiled in 2025 with all that volatility. And today, volatility compared to the last few weeks was very low today. Very low. We were very spoiled. Today didn't get that volatility we've been getting. But we do have some context that I'd like to share with you guys, okay? Before we get there, though, how did we trade today? Well, like I said, it was very, very slow. Uncle Charles wrote here in his Discord, 539.5 is the equilibrium level. If it fails as support, 538 and 536.3-ish are in play. If above, then 542 is the next target / resistance. And if it clears, 543.3 and 545 are in play. We look at the 15-minute chart, guys. The first candle of the day was right there. Okay? Let me move my thing right there. Right there. The first candle of the day right there. That orange line is my 539.5 is level. 539.5 is one of my more micro level fib levels that I was watching today. It bounced, smashed 542, and just came a few cents shy of 543.3. But from there, we just chopped. Oh my goodness, the chop. Eventually though, after the morning chop, we did break down the 539.5 level on the 15-minute chart. And it did, you can see in hindsight, it did lead to more downside. But after clearing breaking down 539.5, it was a very, very slow move to the downside. We chopped a lot for most of it. And this move right here was aftermarket. Okay, so very, very slow and choppy day. Hopefully you guys got something out of it. Maybe a green day, small green day. Hopefully not a red day. But I tell you this, guys. We look at the daily chart. What do we see? We have ourselves an inside candle setup. All right. Today's candle was within the range of yesterday's candle. That's an inside candle setup. So even though we had the chop, we at least know what the chop range is. And what comes after the chop, guys? The next leg, the next trend move. Okay. So bad news, we chopped today. Okay. Maybe we went fishing. The fishes weren't biting as much, or the catches weren't as big, right? But we do have a setup for tomorrow and the day after. We have an inside candle setup. The idea with this setup, we break the mother candle's range. That is when the next trend move will come. And that is when the chop will end. And what is April 14th, Monday's candle? The low is 533.8 with the high at 544.2. That right there is your chop range. Okay? Now, as far as my fib levels, we'll start with the bear case scenario, then the bull case scenario, okay? As far as the fib levels go, I mentioned in my Discord, below 539.5, I would be bearish. We broke it down, and we are gapping down a little bit here, okay? Next support I have, relative to where it's at now, is at 533. We break down 533. Not only do we break down a fib level, but we also get below the mother candle's low. So below 533, whether we break it down traditionally or we gap below it, I'm very bearish if we break it down. Keep in mind, I also have a macro level fib level around 532. They're very clustered and close together. So we break that level down, that'll give me even more reasons to be bearish. So 3 reasons to be bearish, breaking down 533 and 532. Doing that would give us the bearish breakdown of this inside candle setup. We break down a fib level and another macro level fib level. That's 3 reasons to go bearish tomorrow or the day after if we break down those levels. Okay, that's the bear case scenario. Bull case scenario. I mentioned in the Discord, above 539.5, bulls have a shot at a bounce. The bulls failed today. That means if they are to get a bounce, they're going to have to recapture some lost levels. Okay? So they didn't officially lose the 536.3 fib level on the daily chart, but we're gapping below it. So from here, 535, 536.3, 538, and 539.5 are resistant levels. Those levels must recapture if the bulls want to retest the top of the chop range. Okay, that would put 542, 540. What's the top of the mother here? 544.2. So I do have a fib level at 543.3, and then you can reference 544.2 if you guys want to. All right, above that, I would be eyeballing 545 and 548 plus. Okay, but yeah, above 545, I reckon. And we got the 20 daily moving average. That's around 545.4 right now. It is sloping down. So if we are to get really bullish, we need to recapture the 20 daily moving average, and then also breaking out this down trend line. If I move the moving averages, you see this down trend line, the blue down trend line, the breakout. Well, SPY would need to get above 553 and 555 to give us that breakout, okay? But before we even get there, we have this chop to deal with. And SPY would need to get above 545 to end the current chop that we're in to give us room or a possibility of a higher bounce. All right, that's your bull case scenario. Moving on to triple Q. Now, I tell you guys, triple Q still looks bearish to me. Well, with this inside candle setup that it has, we'll find out tomorrow or the day after. But I mean, we still rejecting from the 20 daily moving average yesterday. We'll see if there's some bearish follow through. We are gapping down a little bit here. Now, fib levels that I have is 456 and 452.8. We're below that as of recording this video. If they could show some bearish follow through tomorrow, staying below 452.8 would make me bear biased because that's the mother candle's low. And bearish follow through would break down 451, 449.6, 448, and 445 fib level. Breaking down those levels would definitely be bearish follow through, okay? If we are to get a bounce, 452.8 must recapture. Getting above 456 is a must. Getting above 460 is a must. Now, the mother candle's high is at 465. The 20 daily moving average is at 463.6-ish. Those are the two levels that are very critical for bulls to recapture and clear. We're kind of far from it right now. So I'm leaning bearish on triple Q, but the only way I will switch back to bullish is if we recapture the 20 daily moving average and get above 465. Otherwise, guys, if we're below 452.8 and we break down 451 and 449.6, Uncle Chartist, I'm bearish on triple Q. NVDA also with the inside candle setup, 109 to 114.3 is the chop range. Guess what? We are gapping below it. Something must have happened after market. Gapping down. Let me check the news feed. What happened after market? Brazil auction. Trump signs action related to federal office location. So Trump did something. Chinese company out bid to operate. Okay. Okay, well, something happened after market. Well, I'll have to do more due diligence, but it's causing the market to drop. Very interesting. But yeah, I was going to say we have an inside candle setup, but NVDA is gapping below. I'll tell you this, the bottom of the chop range is at 109. So if NVDA opens tomorrow below 109, I'd be bear bias on NVDA. Breaking out 105, 103.5, 102, and 100.5 would definitely be bearish follow through. For me to believe bulls have a shot at more upside, bulls got to get above 108.6 and 110. 110 is around with a 20 daily moving average. We're well below that right now. Got to get above 108.6 and 110 for me to be bullish and favor even a small bounce. Because right now, it's looking bearish, okay? Stay bearish below 108.6. More downsides possible if we break down 105, 103.5, and 102. Remember, you can make money to the downside as well, guys, okay? Tesla, still in the chop phase as well of this structure that I have here. Look like it's trying to gap down, but I'll take it more serious if it can break down 250 and 248. Failed to do that failed to do that today. It actually bounced, gave us like a $10 bounce to the 258 fib level that I have. Couldn't break 258 before it rejected. Now, if we break down 250 and 248 tomorrow, guys, I would be bearish on Tesla. And I'd favor you go back down to the low 240s, possibly lower than that. Okay? Now, if we do get a bounce, I need to see above 253.5, 252, 253.5, 255, and a fib level at 258. If we do, I believe we can get up to 263 plus. Okay? Hit the top of this flag, this bear flag that I have here. Otherwise, if we break down 250 and 248, it's going to be very bearish. Here is coin. Coin is not looking too strong, not looking too bullish. Gapping down here. What's that fib level at 173.8? If we're below it, in that area, around 173.8 to 174 zone, that area served as a tough buy zone these last couple of days. But if we're gapping below it and it behaves as resistance, that is bearish. That's a win for the bears. And breaking out 171.3 and 170 would be bearish. Follow through. I have a fib level around 168. Loss to that level would be bearish. Okay, if we're going to get bullish, I reckon we need to get above 174 and clear 176. That should put us back up to 179, and possibly go hit 184. But otherwise, guys, we're below 173.8. Break down 171.5 and 170. We are going down. Okay, here is the VIX. Well, we broke down 31.4 yesterday. I mentioned if we can stay below it, we can go hit 30 and 28.2. Did get around that level, but it held. Okay, if VIX is going to bounce, it needs to recapture 31.4. If it does, a bounce is possible. We got the gap all the way up around 37.5. It's definitely possible to go hit, but it must recapture 31.4. Otherwise, if 28.2 fails, the VIX is heading down lower. Guys, thank you guys so much for being here. I love y'all for real. Peace.